Check, check, check. Let's go.
All right, we're live.
Are we live?
Just give me a...
Woo! Let's go. What is going on, VITL? We could not be more excited to be here with you today. Right now, we have the chat feed right in front of us, and they have taken our phones away in today's show. We have a lot to highlight. As you can tell, we are in a pretty dope studio. I don't know where we found this place, but we found it.
Welcome to the new VITL Live.
Hey, could not be more excited to be
team,
here.
are you guys here? Can you join us? Can you check in? Where do you guys show up now? We used to have like an extra TV where they'd pop in to say hello. I just feel like
we're just right back here.
I feel like
Hey,
we need to show up.
everyone.
Oh, there's the TV.
Oh,
Hey,
man, we're pumped.
it's Caden team. You guys,
Can you believe we got this basement for a steal?
I just want
mean,
to say, good job. Thank you for bringing us to the basement.
hey,
feel
shout out to the rest of the
this
creative
feels
team.
right. It was
Gary
time for a
Williams,
change entering the
Jake
summer.
Mackes.
He's on fire.
He's
There-
on fire.
There we go. Okay, so as we get into today's show, we have a couple formal announcements to make, and this could not be better suited for the time of year that we're in. We are coming off another big month and all-time best for our company here at VITL, and everyone that is a part of the show today. We just want to first start off and say a big thank you to coming to the show, being a part of this incredible company that we are building here at VITL. As we get into today's recognition, people don't make these scorecards by accident. It was a month worth of hard work and sacrifice and commitment that got them to these levels to get recognized in today's show. So as we dive in, what makes this a brand new show flow is our setting is pretty awesome. Shout out again to our marketing team for making all this come together. But in all of our shows in the past, we have only recognized on sales. We have gotten really good feedback from everybody. It is time we recognize on installs and who is getting glass on the roof. And what I'm excited about as we dive into this today, who's made, and I want you to pay attention, who has made the sales chart? And then as we move over in every category to who has made top 3 in our install charts, it is gonna be really cool to see if those names align. That's how you're gonna know those that are putting up big numbers on the sell side are actually putting in the work on the back end and getting recognized for their pull through. So this is a historic moment. We are gonna recognize those who have hit the install side of our business in all of our categories, which I'm excited to dive into that. Next, we have gotten loud feedback. People like our naming convention, but they are ready now for division, region, and some district culture where we are bringing now face forward to people's region, division, and team names. Tyler, how do you feel about that? Because we're about to recognize that. I think we need a little grace for the next couple shows.
Yeah, there's a couple things there. I've had mixed feelings on this for a long time. Everybody knows. You know, I come from a place where I've seen lots of cool team names and culture, and there's been so much good come from it. And every now and then we've seen a little bit of division or separation of unity come from it. And so that's just one thing I want to say to everybody. There can be a ton of fun and culture building from a team, region, and division level where you go name your own team and you put the thought into it and the why and the branding. Like, it's a ton of fun. We hope you guys leverage that. We hope you use it on social media. You're going to see very, very soon our tech is going to give you all the ability to go in at each level, manager, region, division level, and you'll be able to choose a nickname for your team that we will then recognize you by here. But to Aaron's point, please give us some grace. It's not fully live in the tech. People have submitted their names. Some of them have submitted names. Some of them haven't. We're still learning the names. We don't know who half of them are attached to. We've got a few notes. We're probably going to fuck a few things up today. Give us some grace as we do. Let us know in the chat if that's the case. And give us about 3 shows before we probably catch up and figure out who everybody's names are.
I love it. I could not be more excited to jump in. So as we get into stats, one more time, thank you to the marketing team, all the work that they put into a new show flow, the look, the feel, and then I cannot wait to recognize for the first time ever those who hit our install milestones. Now, as we jump in, we have the chat right in front of us. Here is our ask. Let's get loud today. We are in summer and we are having record-breaking months across the board. This last month, we just hit an all-time high for the most installs here at VITL Power. We have never done that many. And the month before, we had our highest sales month ever. We are absolutely crushing it in many different categories. So we want to hear what market are you tuning in from? If someone on your team or your region or division gets recognized, let's hear a side story, their nicknames, whatever it is. Let's make sure this comment box is non-stop active as we get through today's show. With that, let's jump in. So,
Also, just, quick note, Mike Licata.
ooh, there we go. Mike,
Happy birthday.
love
Mike.
that. Love that.
to see you, dude. Love the grind lately, and love to celebrate you as we get the show kicked off. Looks like everybody's, throwing out the HBDs in the chat. So happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Mike. Love it. San Antonio, Paul chiming in from there. Love to see that. Okay, as we get into this, first, we are going to recognize how did we do. We set goals in every channel and as a company well out in advance, actually a full year in advance. So as we look at April's performance, the first thing we're going to look at is company. How did we do on a company performance? Actually, which we did locals? Okay. So first one's going to be locals. Locals is our year-round channel. They don't move, they don't travel, they grind all month long. We set a very big goal for that group of 800 accounts, and let's give it up for locals. They were 98% to goal, guys. Great job. That is incredible, incredible work. What I do want to call out, though, it was a month-over-month growth for that channel. So although 98% to goal, you beat what you did last month. So we raised your goal as we went into April, and yet again in May, we're going to do the same thing. You guys came out swinging. Everyone that belongs to the local channel, you are our biggest book of business here at VITL. Incredible job. 98% to goal. Great work. Can't wait to see what you do in May. Now, when we get to our X channel, I just want to pause. They have given us some feedback. They said, hey, we were the OGs, the original. We are VITL. And some of them have come and said, we wanted to make a statement in April because we have felt not as important. And I want that thought as far out of our ecosystem as possible. Without X, VITL is not vital. So I want to say this. We set a big goal for April. The Ford Senior Division, just going to give them credit where credit's due, they went out and decided to do a month-long, this is a one-off, we don't expect this every month, they went out and did a month-long grind, a blitz, and I think they had just over 20 people throughout the month, and they did like 270 accounts with that group. Just unbelievable. So as we recognize this channel, I just want to call it out because you guys absolutely came out swinging. And when we look at the two categories on the grind, the 10-day dedicated dates, X, you were on the dot, 100% to goal. Everyone in that channel, great job. Great job.
Massive, massive month. It was so cool to see.
Incredible work. Now, as we look at your month, because of that 30-day trip that division decided to do, it just didn't slow down, and we set a big goal. We knew it was coming, and you guys finished 102% to goal on the month. Incredible job to everybody in that channel. That was incredible. Now, as we look at the company, we were 95% to goal as a company. Now, you might ask, how does that math add up? We have two other channels here at our company, so we look at all of that as we go set a company goal. And with those other channels included, we were 95% to goal. But I just want to call this out. Last month was pretty interesting. We had our company trip, and those who made it to Cabo, what a freaking good time. Like, that was an incredible time. If you did not make it to our company trip, I would challenge you and urge you this year, do not miss that mark. Get on our company trip next year. It is incredible networking, and it gives you energy coming into the summer like you cannot get anywhere else. So those that were there, we loved the time with you. But in April, we had a company trip, and we had SolarCon. We had a lot of people out of town, and the reason I want to highlight this, we didn't lower our goal at all. So last month, we had our biggest month ever on a sales perspective in our company history, and we upped the goal again. And with all that we had going on, everyone deserves time off. We took some of that time off. That 95% to goal, the fact we still hit that, job well done. Incredible job.
Massive, you guys. And for those of you who are wondering, when Aaron says next year, get on the trip, if you don't know how that works, right? It's been extremely clear for a long time for anybody in the sales field at the rep level, closers, setters. You can hop into the app. You can go to the competition section. You can pull up levels. It will show you can earn your ticket at 50, installs at 60. You get a +1 in the next 30 days, we will be rolling out official requirements for the 2026 trip, not just for those levels, because those are already existing, but for every single level in the business from ADM all the way up to VP. We will have very specific standards that will qualify you for the 2026 trip. We want to get as many people on that as humanly possible. Like Aaron said, it was an incredible time. And to still hit the goals, like you mentioned, that we just hit, while we had some of our top performers, biggest leaders in the space, out for a few days, in addition to SolarCon, like, huge performance this month, everybody, like, smashed it.
It's awesome. Okay, now as we get into our recognition, I want to remind, I love the competitive nature of VITL. It is what makes VITL VITL. As we recognize those on the closer side, it is based off of clean deals. So as you look at your stats and you think you sold this amount and you were at this rank, we are looking at clean deals. Make sure you know what it takes to submit a clean deal. When we get to setters, we are recognizing you off of sales submitted. That's what you have control over. And for the first time, we are recognizing on installs for all of the closer sides. Setters, we're keeping it at sales because that's what you have control over. Tyler, let's jump in. Let's jump in and
Performance time.
April.
Let's go.
In every category.
All right, we've got some huge performances to recognize this month. And again, remember, we're going to be covering both sales and installs, and that starts at the closer level. So to kick it off first, though, we're going to take a look at our rookies, at our junior ECs in all the proper categories. To kick it off, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Month. Also, I'm stoked to see how this officially pulls up on our new little arcade game.
So good.
Player one in the #1 spot, Spencer.
Woo!
Corey Spencer, congratulations. A Rookie of the Month here at VITL is defined as anyone who has joined this business in the last 30 days and immediately put up a huge performance. Out of all the people, which there's hundreds. I think we onboarded close to 500 last month, something.
Just over 500 new people joined the VITL tribe, and to make that mark in top 3, but to #1, that's a big feat. That's a big feat.
It's huge. People tend to join a business in that honeymoon stage. The energy is high, the momentum is high, and they usually get out and get cranking and get started. But a lot of people too, they just kind of like mosey on in. And Spencer, that was not you. Also, huge shout out to both Grayson and Michael. Grayson McGrath, Michael in 2nd and 3rd. Congratulations on the Rookies of the Month, guys.
Now, I won't do this for every 2nd and 3rd place as we got a lot to recognize, but I do just want to say, Grayson, you're going to get a lot of recognition in today's show. Well deserved. She is on a tear, but I just wanted to give a special shout out to Michael. We have been trying to recruit Michael for months. He is a leader out in Cleveland, and he is so good. And I just want to call his name out to the VITL tribe right now because pay attention. Mike Gold, no accident, he made top 3 in his first month. You will see his name on the scoreboards. Just calling it out. Michael, welcome. Glad to have you here at the company.
Michael, it's about damn time. Welcome to VITL. All right, let's take a look at our top setters for the month of April. #1 spot, Brandon Peterson. Brandon, not the first time with this group, man. Welcome back. Congratulations on a monster month. I know you went out there with the entire group who blitzed to Maine, which we'll get into later at some of the performances that came from that, but you're going to see a lot from it. Congratulations on being the #1 setter at all of VITL, and for 2nd and 3rd place, player 2 and 3, Malcolm Cosmas, I hope I got you right, and Matthew O'Brien. Congratulations, you guys, on making the top 3.
Love to say it. Now, I do want to call out the last division name, or the last region name, I think was Wolfpack, if I had that right. For #1.
Yeah, shoot. I'm not used to this.
I'm going to call these out, okay? #1 with Brandon, official announcement, the Onyx division there with Cohen and Group. That is the division you belong to. I love to see that, so congrats. And Matthew O'Brien, he is not going to be happy with #3. I'm just going to say that right now. That is not going to. He is not going to be happy about that.
You've talked a big game.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see it.
Gone through some stuff this last month. He'll be back. But Brandon, congratulations. Love to see you.
All right. Time to turn to top setters in retail. That last category just covered our field. These are those in the stores and holding down the #1 spot. Grayson McGrath. Grayson,
Let's
congratulations.
go, Grayson.
We've got,
my goodness,
100, and I don't know the exact number account, but we're well over 100 staffed stores across the United States. So only setters in that channel, and to be #1 says a lot. Says you're putting in the work, says you're getting out of your comfort zone and talking to people all day long. Congratulations on the work you're putting in.
So Grayson there, led by Alexander and team, And I will tell you this, it is so fun, Tyler, to watch females come out and dominate in our space. Like, I just want to say that. She is right now dominating the crown, and she is on a tear. She came out, she's barely over a month here being with us at VITL, and day one just came out of the woodworks and put everyone to shame. So I am so grateful to have you. Congratulations on earning that #1 spot. Great job.
Grayson, well done.
And then Tanner, Roberto, great job, 2 and 3.
That would be, we passed it. I was like,
Yep.
That's Tristan. We're already on to the next slide. Sorry to throw you guys in there last second, but congrats as well on making the top 3. All right, entering the closer zone, we will now be taking a look at not just the top 3 on the sell side, we're also gonna look at the install side. So keep an eye out. And I want everybody paying a lot of attention here. Aaron already called this out earlier, but I want to make it a huge point. This is the first time we're now recognizing both side by side. Consistency over time is the only thing that matters. Anybody can make a list one time. But if you are consistently making the sales list and you are not consistently making the top on the install list, that is a gap, that is a call out, that is something you should be looking at very closely and realizing there's some work you have to do. And for those who are making both lists in advance, massive shout out for understanding exactly how to get the job done on both sides. So let's take a look. #1, this is not a surprise.
Unreal.
And can we go back? Can we go back to the sales side? I think we skipped ahead on one here.
Yeah, we are having some technical difficulties
That's
with
fine.
the
This is
arcade machine. Does
Listen.
anybody have a quarter?
It's fine. Yeah, if we could get that going again, that'd be incredible. But this is part of the game. Listen, when you put us into a brand new basement with a bunch of new / old school video arcade games, there's bound to be a few technical difficulties. I don't know if it works for you guys in the back, but if I just used to bang on some shit and blow in it, that was usually my go-to, so give that a shot. But top closers, coming back to it, in the #1 spot, we have Kaysen Snyder. Kaysen.
My goodness.
This is 4 times in a row making this list, and if anybody remembers from the last show, Kaysen was not just the #1 in sales, he was
Correct.
also #1 in installs. If I remember correctly, I believe he cleared the 25 mark
25 on the
in
dot.
both categories.
Correct.
Unbelievable. So,
Correct.
Kaysen, congrats again, man. It was great to see you down in Mexico as well. And in the #2 and 3 spot for top closers on the sales side, Tristan Berth, Devin Benz. Phenomenal job for making the top 3, guys. Like, mad respect.
Now, Tyler, as we get to the install side, this is again where you just mentioned, I want us to pay attention who made the top sells to installs, and this is going to be fun. Let's jump into the install side so we can see that, because that is what matters, is who is getting glass on the roof.
It's
That
the
is what
only
matters
thing.
most.
It's the only thing. In the past, we focused on sales because it's like, hey, installs are going to happen regardless. Let's keep driving the numbers up front just to keep people pushing, and everything else will follow. It's just not always the case. And I think we've given far too much recognition for just one side in the past. So I'm really glad that we've pivoted, and we're going to be putting our focus where it matters. We are still having some technical difficulties, again, to be expected. Brand new show. Boys in the back, do we have the ability to still kick on to our top installers? Is that something we can see while we're still working on some of our detailed technicalities in the background? We'll wait in the meantime. We're going to give a lot of grace to our team behind the scenes. Top installs in the closer category. Oh,
There we go.
It's not any different. I thought we had another glitch. We don't.
Nope.
Kaysen Snyder. Kaysen, for, I believe, the second time in a row. We just didn't recognize it last month, except for the massive performance you had. But you are the top installer in the entire business. You're getting the #1 job that matters more than anything else done. That means you're getting yourself paid. It means you're getting the setters attached to any accounts paid, both in the stores and on the doors. Thank you for putting your focus where it matters the most. And also, I think that's also a second one, Tristan Berth also showing up on both. So again, keep an eye on those that do. Congratulations, Tristan. And Eli Bleddy, you're #3 on the install side. Congratulations on making the top 3 in the most important category in the actual business. All right, let's take a look at our top ADMs. ADMs, this position, I want to remind everybody, if you're in an ADM position, it means you've been chosen and selected by the leader of the team to help be the next person coming up in line to lead from the front, to drive people, to show them all what is possible. An ADM should always be leading from the front in sales, and it should be extremely difficult to make this list because you're competing against other up-and-coming leaders who expected to lead their teams from the front. So, Brad has just been on fire this year.
Bradley is, you cannot stop that person. I've said it before. At our manager kickoff event that we had in January, Tyler, you did a call out and said you'll win a Breitling watch if you would go install 75 plus within the year. And then we challenged our group to go get the Golden Door Award winner, which is over 100 installs in a year. You had people come up on stage that were willing to commit to that, and you even took a picture with them to hold them accountable.
Oh yeah, that's coming back.
And
that picture's going to be coming up real soon. I hope everybody's ready for that.
It's just so cool to see people call their shot and say, this is what I'll do before the year's even started, and all the work was, to be had. And then to watch Bradley go out there and do what he is doing month in, month out. He has made this 3 months in a row, #1 in all of our ADMs across the board. 3 months in a row, doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Incredible job.
No, props. I was on a call with Brad the other day, and he was speaking to everybody, just sharing some of his top practices, and just dialed. He's dialed right now. He's on a mission, and yeah, once again, congrats. #2 and #3 on the top ADM from a sales standpoint, Jansen Jarvis. God, I love seeing your name up there, Jansen, and Sean Doggy Olroyd.
Good job.
Congrats
Good job,
to both
guys.
you boys. Love you. Top ADM on the install side. This is where we start looking. Who's matching up? What's happening? And this is what I love to see. Brad, making both lists in the #1 spot, dude. Holding it down. Congratulations on being the top installer out of all ADMs in the business. And #2 and 3 on the install side for our ADMs, we've got Hunter Sturm. Congratulations in the #2 spot. Muhammad Sharif. That's a familiar
Love
name.
it. Love to see it.
Mo,
Good job.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Dude. Well done. Okay, let's take a look at our leaders. These are our managers across the board, holding it down in these positions. Top DMs. Now, Josh Cohen, something to be said right here. God, I got a lot to say that I could say about Josh. Here's what I'm gonna start out with. Is it, the numbers aren't popping up here, but I'm just gonna say this. Was there a 5?
There was.
Was there a 5?
Yes.
Josh, I do not think I've ever seen anybody put up 50 in a month, and what you guys went out and accomplished is unbelievable. Josh runs not just a team or a region. Josh is one of our largest divisions in the entire business. He's also leading from the front one of his own teams. They went out to Maine on this 30-day blitz, so it wasn't just a normal 10-day situation, but put up 50 on the sales side. Now, I'm excited to watch you pull through on the other side, but 50 deals is out of control. Onyx Division, Josh, unbelievable job. And in the #2 and the #3 spot, familiar names, Chance Turner from the Wolfgang.
That's right.
From the Wolfgang region, as I understand that it's named Chance, which is his region. Also leading from the front, not just a region, but a team. And Caleb Vincent from Baker Vincent and
Great
the Limitless region.
Great job, guys. Great
Guys,
job.
phenomenal job this month leading your teams from the front. Now let's take a look. Hold on, did we tap installs? Let's go back one. I think we missed a slide. Yes. Take a look at our top DMs for installs, okay? I'm going to throw a little bit of a call out here. And again, this doesn't go, it shouldn't be a perfect matching slide. When you have a perfect matching slide, what you mean, or what you're really seeing is somebody from months ago has maintained consistent sales while pulling through their installs. It's not a month-over-month thing, right? So shouldn't always be a perfect match. But if you have somebody being consistent and pulling it through, you're gonna start to see duplicate names. I don't see anybody on the district manager side yet. So call out to some of you to see how much more consistent you can be. But #1 on the DM for installs, we have David Smith.
Let's go, David. Great
to
job.
be the #1 on the charts for installs out of all the managers across the company is no joke. That takes incredible commitment, dedication, consistency. You're not just running personal sales and focusing on your own pipeline. You got to manage your entire team. So incredible job leading. And Gino and Noah, #2 and #3 spot on installs. Congratulations, boys. Appreciate you.
Great job.
All right, now we're moving on. We've been covering individual performance, both sales and install side. Now it's time to take a look at team, regions, and divisions and see who held it down both on sales and installs for their groups. So starting off with our top district managers, or top teams, excuse me, we have a name on this one. We have the Sarasota Spartans.
Let's go, #1.
I believe that is John Scapin and his team. Phenomenal job, you guys. And they're also falling under John's own region. So he's not just running a region, but he's also running the top team in his own region, and that region's name is Valor. So John and team, phenomenal job. Love to see you guys topping the charts. And in the number 2 and number 3 spots for sales for district managers or districts last month, we have both M-Finger coming from the United region. Also,
let's go. Great job, guys.
Another leader that is not only running a top team, but running a top region simultaneously. That is the definition. The definition of what a regional in our business is someone that should be leading not just the region, but their team should be the top team. It's like the perfect definition of what somebody in that role should be doing. And in the number 3 spot, also, we've got Turner's team and the region is Wolfgang.
So if you're paying attention, I just like these names. It's fun. Go back, please. So we got, you've said Valor. Okay, that is the Scapin region, which is pretty cool to see. He's now got a name here with the team he manages, which is the Sarasota Spartans. M-Finger and Group, they are United. Love to see that. And again, Turner and Group is the Wolfgang. Pretty cool to see that. That's awesome. Love to see it.
Love it, dudes. Congrats. Okay, let's take a look at top installing teams on the month. This is a great example.
Cool
this is what we like to see. We've got 2 number 1 spots coming from the exact same team, which means we're seeing the consistency and we're seeing the operational excellence and pull through on the back end. Sarasota Spartans led again by Scapin in this case. Nice job, not just on putting up the sales numbers, but making it happen behind the scenes and working with your install and field ops teams to get the job done. Number 1 installing team. And also, M-Finger, another duplicate from sales to installs. Phenomenal job, Noah and team in the United region holding it down. And also, Larson, coming from the Larson region as well. This is somebody else leading a team and a region. Phenomenal job. Does not show the division name there, but I believe that is now the Republic.
That's right.
Dennis, don't know if you've got a region name yet, but I do know your division has. We'll come up on that in a little bit here. But congrats to all the top sales and installing teams in the business. Vital Signs, before we move on to regions. Vital Signs, we recognize every single month. This is our power ranking score. If you're not familiar with it, you can pull up the Vital Home app. Right up at the top, you've got the little circle icons. You can click on Vital Signs. Vital Signs is a power ranking system that takes into consideration sales quality, installs quality, reps with the sale, per rep averages, net price per watts. This determines whether a team is healthy and on track for proper growth in the future. This is also how we track our team competitions. So when we finish the active current competition that we are dealing with right now to determine the top rep in our entire business, the next quarter, then we're going to launch the Pulse. That is all based off Vital Signs. So again, if you're not familiar with Vital Signs, make sure you get familiar with Vital Signs. It's a huge deal. The number 1 spot for all Vital Signs, we have Turner. Chance, leading from the front, that Wolfgang division. Your team is L. Turner. That is a 3-time streak.
That's right.
In the number 1 spot for Vital Signs. Phenomenal work. Congratulations. And 2 and 3 spot, not surprised they won the Pulse last year for X, but we have Baker Vincent, and then we also have Haglund, who dominated this month. You guys crushed it with a very small group. There's no surprise you're up there. High per rep averages. It shows that you guys are doing the right thing. So congratulations on making the top 3 for Vital Signs, all 3 of you. Okay, I think we're into regions now. Let's take a look at top regions, starting off with the sales. Competition's heating up in these categories too. It's fun to look at. Okay, we've got names too for all these regions. They've submitted names, so start to get familiar with them. I know they're going to start to make some big impacts on these brands. You're going to start to see them more and more and more, and it's getting very competitive at the region level. So starting off, our number 1 region is Delta.
Woo!
The Delta region.
Guess who it is?
Is led by none other than Jai DeYoung.
Let's go.
Not a first time up there as a top region. Congratulations on being the top region in the business for sales, Delta. Number 2 is Valor. It's led by John Scapin and Group. And number 3 is Limitless. Congratulations, Charlie Heaton and everybody in that division. You guys are kicking some ass, and you're the number 3 region in the business on the sales side.
I love to say, I do want to say this. This is pretty cool. So I ran a regional manager call on Monday, and I did not know, and this is just a point of clarification, the report I was using would take best months of a region in a channel that they see within their districts to achieve that best month. And Jai knew his numbers so well he had his best month ever for the teams he has running traveling, which gave him 131 accounts. He did over 177 accounts, and that was his local side of the business. And so when we recognize only 131, it has been, 4 days since that day, and I think every hour on the hour almost, Jai's reminded me what his region did. And I'm proud of him, and I wanted to call it out here. And great job. And then lastly, we were in Cabo, and the heated debate that if you go back real quick, the Valor and Delta
and Valor.
Those two
Jai
regions.
and John
those two regions.
At it.
I am nervous what's happening the rest of the year. I'm just nervous. And then to Limitless, top 3, pretty cool. Love to see you guys. Great job.
I think my favorite part, though, if we're just going to toss this into that, those two went at it at the pool.
Oh, did they ever?
At it at the pool. But it wasn't just, this is just a reminder, it wasn't just about sales. There was a big volleyball game on the line,
Yep.
And nobody talked more shit about who was going to win this volleyball game than those two.
Yeah.
And then what happened, guys? I definitely didn't win. Our team definitely didn't win. But there was 2 missing people from that volleyball game.
Yeah.
We won't talk about it from here, but I love you too, and I love the competition. Let's take a look at top installing regions in the business, you guys. And this is where it matters the most, and this one goes to Valor. Valor, John and team, you are topping the list in sales.
Good job.
But you are number 1, 100% on the install side.
If you were wondering what the shit talk was at the pool, it was that. So Jai sold the most. John said he and team Valor, the whole region, installed the most. And if you look at the charts here, United, number 2, great job, Denfinger, but number 3, Jai, this is where the back and forth is going to get pretty crazy.
We've got all 3 of you guys battling it out, but yes, at the end of the day, installs are the only thing that matters. So if I've got to point the finger somewhere with a number 1 behind it right now, it's going to Scapin, it's going to Valor. So Jai and crew, you got a little bit of work to do to top the most important list. And Noah, yes, also in the number 3 spot. Phenomenal job. Your team's always been up there consistently. Congratulations. All right, let's move on to divisions. Moving almost into the largest category of the day. Top divisions. We've also got names, I think, from here on out.
right.
We've really done a good job from the higher levels. Teams, we're going to keep kind of working through that as people come up with, team names and some fun branding there. But number 1 spot, 9 times in a row. 9.
My gosh.
We are almost at a full year. The rest of the group, you have 3 months
to amazing.
Stop Legion from getting a full 12-month year winning streak, which is absolutely ridiculous. Legion, led by Joey Sissio and the entire division, unbelievable job. You guys have straight up come into this business about a year ago. You've really had 9 months worth of sales and installs in reality, and basically from day 1, you've shown up and done everything you said you were going to do. You've been the most competitive, just the young, hungry energy shows, the culture shows. You guys are knocking it out of the park. 9 times is ridiculous. In the number 2 spot, we have the Republic.
Love these names.
Love this name.
Awesome.
Republic. We got Todd Hare and that entire division. We got Dennis, we got Nick, we got Otto, we got Charlie. Watch out for those guys. They are coming for it. And to see you guys in the number 2 spot.
2 times in a row.
That gets me pumped up. Congratulations. That's a 2. Yes, that's a 2 straight.
Back to back.
And number 3, third division, we have Mashed. This is short for mashed potatoes. If you know, you know. That is led by none other than Lord Ford and his entire division there. I won't name all the people there, but congrats in the number 3 spot. That's a second 2X in the number 3 spot as well. Okay, installs. Again, I don't really give a shit about the last slide, and neither should you. This is the slide that now counts at the division level. And in the number 1 spot, we have Legion, holding it down on both sides. Unbelievable job once again. We've also got Republic in that number 2 spot, showing exactly that they're matching up, and Mash in number 3. So all 3 of you guys, top 3 spots in the exact same order. Impressive work on both sides there.
Great job. Love to see it.
Okay. This is where things, I really love this next slide as we dive in. Let's take a look at our senior divisions, okay? Senior divisions, you guys, I want to remind everybody, last month, this did not look like this. I know you got the MASH division absolutely fired up when Legion passed them. And I don't think it was last month they passed them. Maybe it was 2 in a row. I don't know. But all I know is they were not about to stay in that number 2 spot. Mitch and team a lot of them, about 20, 25 of them, went out to Maine. We talked about this earlier, but we will highlight a little bit more. Mitch himself went out, led from the front, and for 30 days, they put up a performance like I do not think I have ever seen in my entire career in solar in 10 years. In 30 days, those guys pulled just shy of 300 accounts with like 20, 25 guys. Like just massive, massive performance. But I know that was inspired by Legion. So Legion in the number 2 spot from a sales standpoint, like you know that you are raising the bar. You are pushing these guys to do things that they haven't had to previously do in order to keep up. So congrats to the MASH division for pushing and coming back and fighting. But congrats to Legion for pushing those guys and this back and forth. Like, it's getting fun. We love to see it.
It's so fun to see. And I'll say we sent our boys out, Jake and Garrett, to follow those guys in Maine for Behind the Grind. If you guys have seen Behind the Grind, awesome. If you haven't, go watch it in the app. But they came back, and I said, how was it? And they're like, it was okay. And I thought, what's wrong? And there's like, nothing went wrong. They knock 3 doors, they get in 3 doors. They do this and that. So it was just like a really cool thing to see them out there crushing it. And we're going to head down to Florida to see what those Legion boys are all about.
That's awesome.
There's something in that water.
This gets me fired up. So just to make sure you guys understand, I know hopefully you've all gone and spent the time watching it. If not, like, you know, for my sake, just show me a bit of love and do it. But we spent a lot of time over the past year and a half creating Behind the Grind. It's a 10 mini-series documentary of me out knocking with the team on a 10-day blitz. There's 10 episodes. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But we are now making it about all of you guys. And we are actively sending our creative team and our cameramen out to the areas where we know people just have some of the most just insane culture and experience. And we are going to pull some of the best sales training this industry has ever seen. So we had our guys go out there and monitor and document some of the performance that was just done on this 30-day trip. This next month, they're going out to visit the boys in Legion and that Florida crew. I'm excited for you guys to bring the energy and give the people a taste of what the hell is in the water down there in Florida, because what you guys have accomplished this past year is insane. Everybody wants to know. And the sneak peek that'll be coming out soon here in the next coming months of Behind the Grind 2 and what's going to come out of that, like, there's going to be some unbelievable episodes. So if you haven't seen season 1, go watch it and prepare yourself for season 2. It's going to be epic. Let's take a look at the final division installs. Legion, you're it. Nobody is putting in more business in this entire company than Legion. Installs are what counts. That's what is hitting the books. That's it. That's the cash flow. That's the revenue. That is everything. So Legion, congratulations on officially being the top installing senior division in our entire business. And in that number 2 spot, Lord Ford and the MASH division right behind senior division in this case. So congratulations, you guys. Love covering the performance, especially after an epic month, largest install month we've ever had in company history. So much momentum headed into the summer. I'm gonna turn it over to Aaron to cover a few features, then a couple final thoughts before we wrap this up today.
Okay, so we're gonna get into our VITL Award winners and our MVPs. We have a very special announcement for our MVP award winners, so stay tuned as we get to that. First, our VITL Award winners. These are people that are nominated from the field here at corporate. We sent out a survey. This has nothing to do with production sometimes, but it's really cool to read the comments back of these people's individuals' influence that they have in the company, in the field, with customers. The stories are very, very vast that come in, and we read all of the comments. It has been so cool to see these come in every month. So as the survey link goes out, please go take time, 30 seconds, fill that out. Always tell us who you feel deserves our VITL Award nomination and win in the month. So for April, this is our HQ nominee and winner here. Let's give it up for Carly Smith. Let's go. Woo! Love that.
To see it, Carly. Congratulations.
This is one comment of many that came in. We pulled one. It says, although new, Carly has made a splash in the commissions department.
Loud in the background here at HQ. We got cheers and clapping and screaming and yelling going off.
I love it. Okay, new to the commission department, making all lives happier. She is such a fun, kind, and sweet person to have around as well. We truly love this addition to our VITL family. P.S. She's also freaking hilarious. So what I will tell you, when you email into commissions, I know that is always a very, can be sometimes intense situation to make sure it pays right. VITL, us, we are very committed to make sure that is a good service for everybody here and that pay is right and that when something is confusing, that team is there to help you. but sometimes there's volume that comes their way that, sometimes we don't slow down and think about how much they're trying to sift through and work through to make sure it's done right, because that's what they're committed to do. And I will tell you, Carly definitely does that. She's an incredible person. We're so grateful to have her here on our team. Congratulations, Carly. Thank you for all that you do. Okay, next, let's look at our infield VITL Award winner. Now, we've done this for 2 years, and I think there's only been one other time someone at this level has had this many votes, but has had votes for them. This is no surprise. We've talked about this a lot throughout the show, but our VITL Award winner from the field is Mitch Ford. Mitch, let's go. So cool to see. And what I will say, there was over 20 votes that came in with your name, and it was the impact that you had across the company, your division, what you all accomplished, but due to your leadership, it was felt across everywhere, and it's pretty cool to see. I'm going to read one comment. Mitch Ford is a beast among humans. Not only is he someone who will have your back, he leads from the front. It takes a substantial amount of self-discipline to be as high as you are in a company, work hand in hand with everyone, and still knock doors with them. Mitch is a dog, and because of him, he sparks my motivation. I never quit, and I will never leave VITL because of Mitch Ford. He is the man. Very cool to see. Mitch, congratulations. Thank you for your influence, and way to be our VITL Award winner for April. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into our MVPs. Now, I want to highlight this. This is the first time ever we have MVPs now for installs. We are going to recognize. Right now, I'm going to recognize our sales MVPs. So those that get recognized here, you get a skateboard. It is a custom deck. One hangs up here on the wall at VITL, and you get one to hang up on your wall.
Tell them about the other one yet.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Plug that. I'm excited for it.
I will let you do that. So first and foremost, let's get into our highest producer for retail. This is no vote. This is who did the very most in each channel. And let's give it up for none other, Grayson McGrath. Congratulations for making it as our MVP award winner in all of retail. You are on a tear. Keep it up. So proud of you, and way to represent for the females. Once again, that fires me up, and I love that. Next,
skate deck coming your way, Grayson.
Let's get into our next channel, MVP for our X channel. This individual is an OG. He makes a great video when he makes it on social. His video that hit social was really good. I'm so proud of this individual. Let's get up for Caleb Vincent, our highest sales individual in the X channel.
That's a golf clap for you, Caleb.
Great job, a part of the Limitless region.
That.
Love to see it. Congrats, Caleb. Skate deck coming your way. Way to be the top dog in all of X. Great job. Next, this is for locals. We've said his name, over 50 sells. He is out on a tear, out on a mission, making it happen. Let's give it up. This is, I think, a few repeat or multiple times in this. His wall's getting stacked with skate decks. Give it up for Josh Cohen, MVP for locals. Congratulations on the sell side. Love to see that, Josh. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. Okay, let's get into installs. Tyler, do you want to talk about what they're going to get as we award for the first time install MVP award winners?
All right, so here's the deal. Anybody who's been to corporate, or you just pay attention online, you've seen our skate wall. Massive shout to our creative team. Every single month they come up with not just, oh, here's a skate deck that's the same with a new name on it. They come up with a brand new, unique, just super cool custom designed skate deck. And it's a one of a kind, never happens again. And we hang one of them on the wall, and our wall that we started is almost completely full. So excited to get that thing totally to the brim, start a new wall. But then we send the other one out to you guys. And for those who win multiple MVPs over time, hopefully you're starting to stack your own wall. However, now that we are recognizing installs, it did not feel right to not have a prize that definitely matters even more, because at the end of the day, it's not that sales don't matter. We got to drive those every month if you want the installs to flow, but installs are what hit the roof and get everyone paid in the business. So we also have a prize that we will be recognizing every single month for the MVP on the install side. And similar to the skate decks, we will be hanging these on the wall and creating a new wall here. And it is literally just a custom piece of artwork. It's not a specific item. Think of it like album art, like you would get from like a vinyl record. Our creative team is going to be doing custom designed artwork. We're going to sign them, frame them out, glass frames for you guys to hang on your wall, and we're going to build an incredible art wall here at corporate, which I just love. I love art. I think it's fun. I think it creates culture. I think it's different. I've never seen any company ever give an actual art piece away as a prize, and I couldn't be more psyched for I feel like it's going to bring some good swagger to our office and to yours at home.
Okay, so for our install MVP in retail, this is pretty cool to see. Let's give it up for the man himself, the OG, the original, Kurt Zellner. Kurt, congratulations. Those that know Kurt in the chat, let's hear some love towards Kurt. This is a very pinnacle milestone. These are top installers in every channel throughout the business. Next.
Art is underrated, Andy. That's what I'm talking about.
I agree. Very excited to see these art pieces with some custom signatures. It's going to be great. Next in the X channel. This one makes me so happy just for the human this guy is. Let's give it up for Derek Clark, MVP award winner for X with the most installs. Derek, love to see that.
God,
congratulations. Great job.
Yes.
Okay, next. This guy is on a tear. You've heard his name multiple times, and I don't know if someone's going to top him unless you want to go put in the extra hours, the extra sales volume to get the lead indicator to match the lagging indicator. It is Kason Snyder, guys. He is our MVP award winner. He installed 25 installs last month. Now, for the first time, we're recognizing installs. He went on vacation 2 times last month, and he still installed over 18 accounts. Unbelievable. This guy is on a mission, and he is breaking, I would say, solo records. That is so many installs in a month, and he is crushing it, and I feel he's just getting started. So, Kason, congratulations to all 3 of you. You get a custom piece of artwork never done before. I would love for you to post those on social. I can't wait to see them. With all the recognition we just gave, that is the end of our show. Tyler, you're going to kick us off here with some final thoughts, but I just want to say this. Guys, great job in April. We love you. We appreciate you. What you do day in and day out is what makes VITL vital. And I am so proud to show up to work every day and give it my all. This is, for me at least, my final walk, my final legacy. I'm going all in for the next 10 years. I could not be more confident about our opportunity now and where we're headed over the next 10 years. This has my full heart and mind, and I'm gonna give it my best every day, and I can see that we're doing that in the field from the results that we have on the boards. What I would say though, we gotta keep stepping it up. We are just getting started. There are other competitors out there that I want to crush, and we have the better group, we have the better leadership, the better culture, the better partnerships. We have it across the board. There's no better place to work than here at VITL. Let's go make May great. Let's make it loud, and let's make sure we keep the momentum as we're in the best months of the year. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Tyler, end us out with some thoughts.
I was like, Aaron, I'm going to take final thoughts, and then he did that, and now I'm just here, and I feel like we should just hit the end button. No, a couple things to add as we wrap this show. Congrats again, you guys, on an absolutely monster April. We have incredible amounts of momentum heading into the summer right now. But that is where we are right now. We are at the beginning of the summer. That's the bottom of the mountain. Every single year we drive through the winter. We tell everybody why it doesn't matter. We tell everybody that the short hours and the cold and all this shit is irrelevant, because it is when you make it such. However, it does not make up for the fact that the summer is here. This is when the hours are long. This is when the temperatures are nice. This is when bills get high. This is our time to capitalize. We absolutely have to recognize that. Now is the time to double up if you're going to put in extra hours, if you're going to make up for any goals that you might have got behind on a little bit. Like, it is right now. We are in the middle of the crown. This is our biggest competition of the year to determine the top rep. Whether you're in it or not, pretend you are. Watch those who are entering the round of 16 right now. If you're in the X channel, that starts right at the beginning of the grind. We're now to the round of 16. If you're in locals or retail, you should be pulling this comp up every single day and obsessing over it. Again, even if you've been knocked out. If you want to make this job fun, compete. If there isn't a competition that you're actively in, make one up in your own mind. The day this job becomes a game and you obsess over numbers and you watch what other people are doing and you make it about that instead of every single door or every single person that walks into a store, that's when it just becomes more enjoyable and it's fun. Go compete And if there's ever a time to compete, it is right now. It is the beginning of the summer. You've got to go capitalize on all the things that I just talked about. So you guys, congrats again on what we've done to start off this year. It has been unbelievable. At the beginning of the year, we held what I would say was probably our best event, like to company date in history. We had the gathering, and we put up some big goals when we launched at the gathering. We had our leadership summit. We called people out and asked them to raise the bar. You guys have done just that. So to end today's show, our creative team has put together the official full video of the gathering, and we're going to give you guys a look back on the event that kicked off 2025, which has now led us to break every single company record, have every best month over month in company history, and lead us into the momentum we have today to go knock summer 2025 straight out of the parks. You guys, we love you. Thank you. Let's go crush and dominate May. Let's take a look back at the gathering for 2025 that kicked us off.
Loving the neighbors, turn the music up. Tell them they need to get used to us. Loving you feel so useless. Loving you feel so. Who else can we expect to be true to us? It's just me and you, and I'm choosing us. They were never getting through to us, through to us, through to us. Tell them they could, tell them they could, tell them they could, tell them they could, tell them you've been through enough. Tell them that we never lived our youth enough. Tell them there ain't nothing I won't do for love. I won't do for love. I won't do for love. Tell them there ain't nothing I won't do for love. I won't do for love. I won't do for love. Baby, can you hear my call? Is it loud enough? Don't wanna fall. You know I need you. I can't do it on my own. Celebrate this night with me. Although it's not the last time. You're on your mind. There's a fire inside me. I wanna burn for you tonight. Tell them they could, tell them they could, tell them they could, tell them they could. I wanna be the one thing you can love. To the music up, to the music up. Tell them they could, tell them they could, put the juice on us. We've been doing this forever, it ain't new to us. We've seen so many moves like Jupiter. Then they could turn the music up. Tell them to get used to us. Tell them you've been through enough. Tell them that we never lived our youth enough. Tell them there ain't nothing I won't do for love. I won't do for love. I won't do for love. Tell them there ain't nothing I won't do for love. I won't do for love. I won't do for love.
Now I can scream that we made it. Now everywhere I go, they say that they're